The e-book reader is an electronic device to read digital books, journals, and magazines anywhere and anytime you like. The first e-book reader, Rocket e-Book, was launched in 1999 by Nuvo Media. The target group of the e-book are young people and professionals who travel a lot. According to the Abernathy-Clarke terminology, it is an architectural innovation because it destroys technical capabilities as well as market capabilities. The technical capabilities are destroyed because of the different production and the market capabilities because of the change of the distribution channel. The publishing industry is a mature industry. The development of the digital book can be seen as a disruption which has inaugurated the era of ferment. This phase is characterized by the parallel existence of a variety of different reading devices and file formats. A dominant design in this area has not emerged so far. An era of rather incremental changes will follow after a dominant design has established itself in the market.
I'm reading a lot of different things that I haven't read in the past. I'm getting into different genres of writing that in the past I probably would have walked right past that shelf in the bookstore at the library.
Prior to having a Kindle, when I traveled, it was always, hey, which 4 books can I afford to squeeze into my carry-on and still have space for my 2-day or 3-day business trip. And now it's I don't have to think about it. I just have this one device it's always with me.
It is lighter and thinner than a typical book, but it is possible to save more than 200 ebooks and journals on it, so you can carry your entire library in your own pocket. The ebook reader is able to download one entire ebook from the internet in less than 60 seconds, so you save time by not going into the bookstore and waiting for delivery. In addition to that, it offers an easy search function. You just have to enter the keyword or the chapter and you will find information immediately, which makes the ebook very time efficient. The text can be made suitable for every reader. That means you decide how large the letter should be by changing easily the size. Further, text can be made audible with the text-to-speech software, which is a huge advantage, especially for blind people. The digital format makes changes in academic literature easier to implement, though the ebook seems to be placed perfect in the educational sector. First of all, there is a loss of tactility and aesthetics of book bindings. Also lost is the ability to riffle very quickly through the pages, and the customers are not able to resell or lend their books to other people anymore. One further argument against the e-book is the fact that libraries, which for many people are a status symbol, will disappear. Apart from that, the e-book reader can more easily be damaged than a printed book. Another disadvantage is that at the moment there is no universal e-book file format, which makes it impossible to transfer an e-book from one reader to another. The screen resolution of the reader devices is quite good but lower than actual paper, so many people are insecure if they would like to read on a screen instead of the experience of feeling and smelling the paper. The problem is that people who worked all day long on the computer do not want to read the newspaper or a book also in front of a screen. A major problem is the fact that only the electronic device costs about €250 and you have nothing to read, so additional you have to pay for each book about €7 to €10. Kindle has a better readability since the backlight of the Sony reader is very light. The Kindle reader has a wireless connection to the internet and the Amazon bookstore, whereas the Sony reader is not able to connect with the internet. The ebook selection available for the Kindle is bigger, whereas the Sony reader has more storage location with 2 external SD cards. There is no standard design battle between the two ebook readers, since the real threat for them are other products like smartphones or the tablet PC. For Amazon, ebooks are double-edged swords since, on the one hand, they might destroy the market for books, but on the other hand it is important to identify new technological trends and invest into them in order not to lag behind the competition or lose their core business in the future. The discussion has focused mainly on the e-reader up to now, but it is a technology of digital books in general which will most certainly play a more and more important role in the future. Many publishers that offer books for private use will produce both digital and printed books also in the long run. Educational and business publishers are expected to publish exclusively e-books in a few years from now. E-readers are very likely to be replaced by smartphones and tablet PCs. As these products offer a great variety of functions apart from displaying digital books, they will make e-readers obsolete. Also, the number of operating systems used for reading e-books will decrease in the near future, though the transferring an e-book from one device to another will become easier. Libre Digital announced to launch a standard which will make it possible to read on all reading devices. Open software formats will make it possible to transfer every e-book to every other format. There will be a new generation of devices and new file formats, but also the character of reading and the contents will change. E-book will not only be the digital version of printed books but new multimedia forms of presenting contents including audio, video and text. This will be a revolution not only of the reading devices but of reading itself. Text will not always play the central role anymore, but will be an element in a multimedia and interactive context. At the moment, sales figures for the e-readers and files are very low. This is partly due to a lack of variety of digital books and the limited technical capabilities of existing e-readers. Concerning the adoption and diffusion of digital books, especially for private use, although the cultural aspect has to be taken into account. Certainly, adoption will be seen first in the market for digital scientific readings, educational and business literature, and these consumers already read on laptops to a scientific extent. It is difficult to say if the mass market will follow and if so, when this is the case. With the technology of today, the e-book market for private use is unlikely to develop much in the near future. But as soon as appropriate, flexible reading devices at affordable prices, an extensive range of complementary e-books, as well as compatible file formats will be available, the market for digital books can be expected to grow. But not before consumers are willing to adopt the new way of reading. It is very difficult to predict when this will be the case. But it is certain that the way of publishing and reading will go through a radical change, be in the near future or in the not so near future.